Oi, oi. Okay, we're live, I think. I think we're live. Hello there, everybody. I've got a bubble in my throat. Brilliant. Am I live? I am. I think I am. There we go. Yeah, we're live. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Today, I thought we could just react to some vintage 8 It Lives in the Static, and this is the entire analog digital horror series, and it's just over an hour and a half long, so it should be interesting. Hello, everyone in. Charlotte Oakley, welcome. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry about my hair and stuff. I mean, I don't know what's going on. You see this? Look, a little bit of a graze there, but I had like a shiner on this side as well. It looked like I was wearing blusher. I don't know if it's on this side or this side. Not sure what that was from. But yeah, today we're watching some vintage 8, guys. It's an hour and a half long. The whole premise is that it's in the description. It says, Randall discovers an entity in his television that can see the future, but can this voice in the static be trusted? So we're going to find out today. Give us wisdoms. I'll give the wisdoms as it comes along, if I even have any for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I do appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here with me. The support means a lot to me, and I'm forever grateful for your continued support. And, you know, if you're just passing by and I never see you again, thanks for popping by. But guys, can we, there's 76 people here with 50 likes. Can we just like, if you haven't tapped like, just tap like right now. I want to do a little experiment to see what happens. Just to kind of help the stream maybe reach more people, or just, you know, show me the love, basically. There we go. It shot from 50 to 58 straight away. So it's looking good. Hang on, let me go into full screen mode here. Yeah, I've got my little stream deck on the go so that I can just effortlessly swap between the two. Tell me about your guys' day. Tell me how you guys, what you're doing today. I was streaming on Twitch earlier today. I was playing Elden Ring. If you would like to see me live stream on Twitch, because I do it every single day, basically. I did it a lot earlier today, but check it out. It should be in the description, I think, in this description down here. If not, it's Baz with 4 Zs, I think. So go check that out. 78 likes, guys. There's 88 people in there, 78 likes. If you haven't liked already, consider liking. You got to play Outlast. I played Outlast years ago on my old channel. I saw the fattest squirrel. Well, that's always good. They often are chonkers, so it's all good. Hey, Baz, do you remember me? Unfortunately, Boris, I don't even remember what I did yesterday. Honestly, it's a problem. I think I need to go to the doctors and get my brain scanned or something, because I'm losing memory. I blame it on these brain rot, like short form media apps like TikTok and Reels, but it's all me. Like, I can choose not to watch that stuff, but it's not good. 85 likes with 93 concurrent viewers. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you all. Now, without further ado, we're going to jump into this. If you guys haven't heard of Vintage 8 before, I highly suggest you look at them. Go check them out. They're in the description down below. We have reacted to the Tangy Virus, the Oracle Project, and the Children Under the House. All of these phenomenal. I think they're all part of the same universe. And if you haven't checked out those videos, I have reacted to them, but I'd definitely recommend just watching them for yourselves on Vintage 8's channel. So we're going to be watching It Lives in the Static, the entire analog digital horror series. So there's no pausing in between here, guys. We're going straight in. Or maybe I should watch the playlist just so I can like dissect each video. That might be a good shout, actually. Just so I know when one ends. Where are we? Here. Okay, so this is the first video. The beginning. Here we go. Down on his luck, Randall Scott moves into a small house that might be haunted by a bloodthirsty creature that can see the future. Ooh, doesn't that sound fantastic, guys? Doesn't that sound phenomenal? I'm the best. I hope you know you're the best. I hope you never change. I think we all should try and change every single day for the better, and that's what I've been trying to do recently. So, but thank you very much. Do you remember what I said in the TF2 stream? I don't remember. Like I told you, I don't even remember what I was doing earlier. I live in like a constant state of coursing autopilot. Stay Sigma. Anyway, all right, we're getting distracted here. This is the first video. It's 11 minutes long. It's called The Beginning. So let's just jump in. And but after each video, we'll talk with you guys. Kamandachi, thank you for the 199 super chat. Didn't Vintage 8 make a timeline video? Probably. I'm not sure. I don't know. I've been really keeping up. Okay, what did that say at the start? Watch at your own risk. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Stay skibbity. Don't make me say things like that. Going for the artistic feel here. They did a actual horror series, like a artistic series, not just an analog horror, digital horror. I think it was called something about like a sleepwalking. I forgot what it was.
Last year, I purchased a small single-dwelling home in Albany, Louisiana. The place was a good buy.
I've been to Louisiana.
It only needed a decent cleaning and a few repairs.
Uh-huh.
I had hoped to turn it into a nice rental for a college student.
Right, okay. I mean, that looks pretty cozy, and honestly, that looks really cozy. That's very cozy. Now, this is one thing we don't have in, like, not many of us have in the UK, the washer-dryer combo. I mean, there are washer-dryer combos, but it seems like it's, like, just modern fitted. Same as this thing here, like, that's kind of your aircon, right, in, like, apartments and stuff. We don't have this. We have most UK houses that aren't new builds have, like, a washing machine, and then you just hang the washing up to dry. I remember when I was in Chattanooga and one of these units were in the apartment, and I swear to God, it felt like heaven to me. I didn't have to wait like 1.5 days for my clothes to dry. It was fantastic. Anyway, let's move on. Just little tidbits here and there, guys. Thank you for the 100. Wow, we're at 99 likes, guys. 100 likes. We just hit 100 likes. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you.
From what the seller told me, no one had lived there for over 20 years. She and her husband rented it out at one time, making more trouble than it was worth. The last tenant was more than a little odd, and she was relieved when he left without his deposit.
Right, okay.
After her husband died, she decided the little place was better for storing a lifetime of junk. She offered to knock $5,000 off the asking price if I brought her things to the dump myself. And I was happy to make that deal.
Interesting. Why is he talking like this? That's a lot of that's a lot of hoarding stuff right there.
Most of what I found wasn't particularly interesting. Smelly couches, worn down furniture, and rotten towels.
Rotten towels?
I did find some.
Do you know how bad your towels have got to be for you to for them to go rotten? That's disgusting.
Old baseball cards and comic books my kid might like. But the most curious thing was in an old beat up red suitcase.
Mm-hmm. It was a Nerf gun. I played Nerf guns when I was a little kid, and I decided to shoot myself in the head with it.
In the suitcase was a VCR, used and unused tapes, and several hard disks. I was surprised at how well kept the contents appeared.
Mm-hmm. Good old VHS, man. I just... Sony. Right, yeah. Hi-fi stereo. This is like that, what's it, Archive 81 or whatever it was called? The found footage. Similar to that.
If I knew then what I know now, I would have tossed all of it into the trash. But curiosity got the better of me. A buddy of mine who's good with computers got the files off the hard disks. Most of them were just old Word 97 files. Thankfully, I can delete them. I just can't forget them.
I just can't forget. I don't like this. This product is licensed to Randall Scott.
Here's the deal. I'm posting videos of what I found on these tapes and discs here on this channel, so that maybe someone watching can help me make sense of what I'm seeing. Afterwards, I'm destroying all of it.
Okay, that makes sense. But aren't you kind of immortalizing this thing? Right, I don't know how much of this is going to be just like literally static like this. We'll see.
From what I can tell, Randall was keeping a record of what he was experiencing. The numbers on the hard disks matched the numbers on the VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm. 062120. 12 a.m. 06220. Okay.
And the numbers found throughout the entries appear to be time code. They tell us where to be on the tape and what Randall was doing at that point.
What? Randall, what are you up to, buddy? My question. Hang on, is he going to read this? My questionable claim to sanity started 2 weeks ago. I was watching TV and it went out, static. But instead of the obnoxiously overpowering hiss, I heard a voice. It was someone asking me for help. The next night it happened, and the next, and so on. Okay. The next night it happened again, and the next, and so on. I finally had enough sense to look at the time. Midnight. For a week this went on. I asked the landlord about it. She didn't really have a clue, so I decided the best thing to do was to record it. That's when things finally got weird. If you go to that point on the tape, you find that what I'm talking about, you can hear it. That strange voice. Inhuman maybe. Fake. False. Wrong. Okay, let's go there. Let's go check it out. See what it's all about, man.
But I think it's best to just start at the beginning.
Really? You want to just sit through all the static? Spy on this guy for a little bit? Why not? Let's get in there. I've been stuck in this house for a little less than 3 months. This place feels so cramped, it's almost suffocating. It's a prison. Who am I kidding? It's worse than a prison. I pay to live here. I hate this place, almost as much as I hate my life. My God. I don't know why I volunteered to move out. We had a guest bedroom. I could have slept there until the divorce was final. Stupid. I don't know why I had to be all noble. Crystal was the one who cheated. Damn. Got cheated on. My back hurts too. The couch is killing me. I try to sleep in the bedroom, but I always feel like someone is watching me, glaring at me from the shadows. It's like I'm reliving all the worst parts of being a kid. Man, that happens to me a lot. I wake up like talking to someone for some reason. And like, I don't know how much actual sleep I'm getting. I don't think I'm getting a lot of sleep because I wake up tired all the time. And I think that's because I'm waking up in the middle of the night just talking to things that aren't there. I'm actually crazy. At least I catch some sleep on the couch, and I stress the word some. The little shut eye I get comes at the expensive price of walking with a hunch. Waking with a hunch or walking what? Lucky for me, drinking kills whatever the painkillers don't. But maybe I'm not sleeping enough. Maybe that's the reason I'm seeing what I'm seeing. That's what a reasonable person might say. So to whomever reads this, I'm not sure you can trust what I'm writing. It is possible that I'm unwell, but I'm not that lucky. My questionable claim to sanity started 2 weeks ago. I was watching TV and it went out. Static, but instead of the typical obnoxiously overpowering hiss, I heard a voice. It sounded like someone asking me for help. Just turn it off, mate. It's like that SCP. I forgot what that SCP is called. The next night it happened again, and the next, and so on. I finally had enough sense to look at the time, midnight. For a week, okay, hang on. I've already read this, haven't I? I asked the landlord about it. She didn't really have a clue, so I decided the best thing to do was to record it. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Thank you for joining me. That's when things finally got weird. Okay, we've already read this part. Do ASMR. ASMR voice. I don't know if I can... I don't know, I'd have to really turn it up. Nice whispering. Okay, here we go. Let's listen to the static. Let's listen to this voice.
Notice the top quality of the taste at the dinner table. Piggly Wiggly, serving our area for
Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street, and proud sponsor of high school and college athletics.
Dress up, fix up, and power up your automobile or motorcycle, old or new, at Wheels & Company. We offer the highest quality products in the constantly changing accessory aftermarket. Wheels & Company is your source for Euro taillights, graphics, audio, nitrous, exhaust, raising or lowering your car or truck, everything for interior and exterior.
Alright, is this going to be like one of those things where the adverts stop playing and the channel isn't
Enjoy life as
playing anything?
well as the ride.
What's happening? Is that shrimp? What is that? Carter Plantation.
I see you there sitting on the couch. Just say hello. That's all I ask. It's been so long since I had someone to talk to.
Who are you?
Please talk to me.
Hell no.
Please. I don't have a lot of time. I promise I don't want to hurt you. If you change your mind, I'll be back here tomorrow.
And is your only stop for Cajun-style seafood and gumbo.
What is happening? What was that all about?
Locally owned and operated, Cafe Louisiane brings you the
That sounds
lion's share
annoying
of
more than
massive
anything.
po'
I'll
boys
turn that straight off. Like, mate, shut up.
and
Please.
large helpings of boudin balls. Joe Wilson and his staff will deliver to your office as well as cater your...
Oh, no, can the TV see me? I didn't answer it. I was too scared. I've never had a television talk directly to me before. I didn't think it worked that way. No, it usually doesn't, to be fair. It usually doesn't. I passed out shortly after. When I woke up, I immediately reviewed the tape. I was hoping to find it different than I remembered. I didn't. Just your average red chicken. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Right? I mean, I was expecting the voice to be a little bit more, maybe demonic. That sounded like a college student. I think it can see me. This is episode 2, so The guy moved into this place, Randall's place, who was going through some kind of divorce, I believe. And he was recording the TV because he could have sworn that he heard the TV talking to him. But whatever, the gifted 10 Baz memberships. Oh my God, I didn't even know that was a thing. Thank you very much. Awesome. Thank you very much, man. That is crazy. Thank you. Can we get some W's in the chat for just your average, what was it, red chicken? W's in the chat, guys. No, don't do that, Ryan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, we're going to jump into episode 2 now. I don't know. Any theories, guys? Like, well, there isn't many theories, really. Sound like the voice of Stinger Flynn from Garten of Banban. I don't know who that is, but yeah. Wait, so I'm a member now. You are a member until it runs out. So you get early access to my videos. You get exclusive access to my Discord channels for the time that you're a member. So, yeah, awesome. Right, let's jump into this episode 2, guys.
Please help me. Please.
I think it can see me. 062220. I had a strange dream last night. It was part memory and part fantasy. I was having dinner with Crystal and Benny. I brought home a pizza. We were so happy, smiling ear to ear. That was the fantasy. Crystal rarely smiled toward the end, especially after I lost my job. Bro, you were dating a gold digger by the sounds of it. But who could blame her? After Dunnington construction imploded, no one would touch me. Wait, what? It imploded? Bro, what are you doing? I can't get a job flipping burgers. I'm poison. I'm a walking, talking plague. You know, this guy needs to learn self-forgiveness. And he needs to learn to let go. Okay? And talk to himself a little bit better than this. Now all I have is time and no one to talk to. My entire world is this dusty old couch. I'd love to talk to someone about the man in the TV. Maybe if someone would listen, I wouldn't hear it. I'm almost out of money. As disappointing as this place is, I'll be on the street in 2 to 3 months tops. I can't imagine I'll survive long after that. I guess it's been fun. My God, man. Go sell your ass on the street. I don't know. I'm joking. That was a joke. That was a horrible joke. Ignore me, guys. I really need to get it together. Just start. Well, I guess this was what, back in the 90s, maybe? I guess OnlyFans wouldn't have been a thing. What is this? Is this going to keep happening? Is this like a cooking show?
Randall.
What?
Why won't you talk to me?
Because you sound like I don't know. It sounds weird, guys. Don't you think?
You don't think I'm real, do you?
No.
I can help you if you let me.
How?
I'll tell you what. I'll help you. And then maybe you can help me.
Okay, this sounds a bit strange.
You need money, right?
Yeah, this definitely sounds like a casting couch gig happening right here.
Go to the
He sounds attractive. You are down bad.
best stop gas station on the corner of Thomas.
Okay, I'm sorry guys, but I was joking about this originally, but this sounds super dodgy. I was saying he should sell his ass to get some money, but listen to this.
You need money, right? Go to the best stop gas station on the corner of Thomas and Williams. Be there between 2 and 2:30.
What, PM or AM?
If you wait later, it'll be too late. Buy 3 lottery tickets from Rack 2. Next, go to the Quick Stop on Oak Street for 4 p.m. 4:05 will be too late. Buy 3 more from Rack 8.
Okay, what's the deal here? He's gonna get him rich with scratch tickets?
After you are done, watch where you are walking on the way to your car. You will be $840 richer by the end of the day.
Damn.
Maybe then you'll be more willing to talk.
Okay, but then here's the thing, right? That can only happen for so long. That can only, because the tax man is going to be up your ass saying, where are you getting this money from? Like, where is this coming from? And you're not going to be able to just say, oh, it's just lottery tickets and I found some money. They're going to be taxing you, okay? Unless they tax it already. I don't know how it works over there. I'm not sure of how winnings, I think you're taxed on winnings. I'm not sure. But the tax man is not going to be happy about this, okay? You've got to get that money cleaned. Case Crossing. Oh, Case Crossing was in previous episodes. I believe it was the Tangi virus. I think all of this happened in the same universe. I parked in front of the Best Stop gas station at 1:50. I sat in my car watching the time. Can't lie, I was embarrassed. Was I going to listen to the damn television? Good God, is this my life now? Hey man, I would. I'm not even joking, but like, once again, I overthink things, and therefore I'll be thinking, what am I meant to do with this money? Like, is the tax man going to come after me? How are they going to, like, once they see I'm paying rent with like unearned, what do I do? You know? Tick tock, tick tock. I must have sat in that car for 30 minutes. I probably looked like I was going to rob the damn place. I'm surprised no one called the cops. Someone probably should have. Someone should have. I ran in there naked, windmilling my penis. Finally, some sense kicked in. This is crazy. I'm here. What was the worst thing that could happen? The man in the TV would laugh at me or something. It's just a couple of bucks, right? Right. Besides, I was craving a honey bun. I did just as the TV said. I bought 3 tickets. The first 2 were losers. The third scored me 500 bucks. Holy crap, that just happened. The guy behind me in line bought 4 of the same tickets. I guess these scratch-offs were meant for him. Oh, that sucks. I can't lie. It was both thrilling and scary. Does this prove I'm not crazy? I guess it does. But then I probably shouldn't get ahead of myself. I drove to the second gas station, the Quick Stop. I bought 3 more tickets. The first won me $35. The second was a free ticket. The third was 300 bucks. I won $835. That was 5 short of what the TV said, but still nothing to sneeze at. Go back and, as I walked to my car, I remembered what the TV said. Watch where I was walking. I did just that. I found $5 rolling on the pavement. Just under my car door, $840. The TV got it exactly right. I guess I'm going to have to talk to this thing after all. Man, yeah, you got yourself a little freaking magpie there that can just find you money. That's crazy. What's the what's the what am I trying to say here? What's the catch? What is this? What is this show? Who watches this show? Boris, can you stop with the balls thing? It's freaking me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Hello, Nightmare.
Randall, you think we can talk now? Come on, Randall. I'm sure you can see that this could be profitable. At least remember your manners. What could a simple thank you hurt?
Replied to, okay. I gave it what it wanted. I said thank you. I regretted it the moment the words left my stupid mouth. Oh, okay. Because we can only hear what the TV's saying. We can't necessarily hear what Randall is saying. Steve Buscemi.
You're very welcome, Randall. No one deserves the kind of luck you've had, my friend.
You can see me, my life. How?
I see everything. It just doesn't do me any good. But it can do good for you.
So what, you're gonna give me the winning lottery numbers or something? I'll stop eating, guys. I'm sorry. I was snacking like a pig.
I can't do that.
Why?
Why? Because whatever numbers I give won't show up. I'm sure you know that it's rigged.
Oh.
But maybe I can get you a job.
A job?
Make your life the way it should be. Make your life the way that it was.
And what do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want
Right
from
to the
me?
point. I like that. What do I want, Randall?
I want you oiled up in front of me right now. Actually, no, it wouldn't be that. It'd be this.
I want you, Randall. Now, oil up. Oil up, Randall. I want food.
It wants food. What does it eat? The tape broke. I'm going to fix it and upload the rest of the video. ASAP. ASAP Rocky. Okay, so the second video we found out that this presence in the TV or whatever it is some kind of genie, or you could see things into the future, or just knows things are going to happen, which is interesting. So the third episode here is called Feed Me. Let's jump straight into it. Just watch my members only short. I do need to do more members only stuff, in honesty. It took a little finesse, but I managed to fix the tape. Feed me, Seymour. You're welcome to the takeout I bought. How does this work? How do I feed you?
My diet requires something a little fresher.
I require something fresher. I am a Sigma male, after all. What did I say? What the hell does that mean? Raw?
No. I mean still breathing.
So what, you want some kind of animal or something? Is that what you want?
Animals work in a pinch. But I need something more evolved.
I'm not sure what you want from me.
Don't be dense, Randall. You're embarrassing yourself. You know exactly what I'm asking for.
I can't do that. That's crazy. That's wrong.
Maybe. But it can be so right for you. The more I eat, the more I can see. The more I can help you.
No, my life is garbage, but I'm not going to hurt somebody just so I can have it better. I'm not a killer. Besides, this is probably just a figment of my imagination, a symptom of me losing my darn mind.
You aren't losing your mind, Randall. You've been given an opportunity that most people would kill for.
You are asking me to kill for it. No. Would you do it, guys? Someone said, bring me someone to kill them, and I will make you rich. That would make you... That would make you a hired killer, basically.
I don't have to do anything but bring them here. I'll do the rest.
United States of America says yes, they would. Okay, that makes sense. That still makes me a killer. I'll get you some chickens. That's the best I can do. Take it or leave it.
That's not the best you can do, Randall.
You said it would work in a pinch. Well, it's better than being hungry, right?
Fine, Randall. We drive a hard bargain.
Good, I'll get the chickens tomorrow.
Thank you, Randall. As a token of our new partnership, let me give you another tip.
Pause.
Tomorrow, go to the Independence Gold Dollar Casino. Be there at 6:05 p.m. Find the Lucky Ladies video poker machine. It'll be the machine in front of the bathroom.
Brilliant.
A dark-haired man will be playing on the machine. You'll see his name, Ralph, written on his uniform.
Ralph?
Be patient. His luck is about to run out. When he gets up to go to the ATM, take his seat. Play $20, and you will win $1,000.
Oh, you're going to get yourself killed here, man. This is a quick fire way of getting yourself killed. You're basically taking other people's fortunes. Well, not really, but yeah. The voice left after that. I was alone, but it didn't feel that way. I could live with it eating chickens, but people, that's too much. We did some questionable crap at Dunnington Construction, but I never drifted into monster territory. Okay, chicken feed. I woke up late. My cell phone was ringing. It was Benny. Damn, I miss Benny. I answered and we talked for what seemed like a minute. He said he missed me and wanted me to know when I was coming home. Breaks my heart. You're a deadbeat dad. He's not. He told me that his mom has a new friend. I asked who, but he doesn't know. He only comes over when Benny is supposed to be asleep. Unfortunately, he doesn't recognize his voice or call his name. Crystal calls him Honey. Funny, she used to call me Honey. When Crystal told me she was having an affair, she never mentioned who she was having an affair with. She only grinned like she knew it was going to hurt when I found out. Wow, man, no, everybody's dying. Everybody's dying. Maybe not the kid, but I'm definitely shooting her and shooting myself, okay? I can't live with that. Actually, no, that would be horrible. The kid would be an orphan. Ignore me, guys. I'm being irrational. Don't worry. Crystal snatched the phone from Benny mid-conversation. She nagged me for tuition money. Money I don't have. Money she knows I don't have. And when I tried to reply, she ended the call. Typical weekday for me at this point. Oh, well, it was time to get on. That is one of the biggest fears in my life, is marrying someone who turns out to just be this horrible, cold individual who just uses you as a piggy bank, basically, like from divorce. Like I can't. I don't know. I know not everyone's like that, guys. Obviously, you know, but it's a legitimate fear. I also sent Gary another message. I told him I didn't care if things went to hell. He still owed me for the money he made off of me. I got him his start with Dunnington. He built a firm off of that. Time for him to pay up. Time for him to help me get joint custody of Benny. Typical lawyer. Only answers when it's good for him. I went to Feed and Seed and bought some 6 chickens. I hope this is enough. Part of me is curious how this is actually going to work. Is it just a voice in the TV? It is just a voice in the TV, right? After I got the chickens home, I went to the Gold Dollar, found the Lucky Ladies machine, and then waited for Ralph to get up. Ralph ran out of money, then got up for the ATM. So far, so good. I sat down and played $20. I hit a straight flush and won an easy 1K. Everything happened just like the voice said it would. Again. Ralph took it pretty hard. I could tell he was pretty upset. Can't blame him, but screw him. It's not like he can do anything about it. Besides, I'm pretty sure I need it way more than he does. Listen, guys, just don't ever stop, okay? You never know when you're going to win a gazillion dollars, okay? It's just around the corner. It's one spin away. Never give up, guys, okay? It's a joke. That night, I set up the chickens in the little pens and left them in the living room. Afterwards, I fixed a drink and waited. At midnight, the voice came back. How are you meant to feed chickens to a TV? What is this? Why is he always watching this show? Or is it just like the end of the session? I don't know.
Thank you, Randall. I will enjoy this.
Hand feed it passionately. What's happening right now? Intense static. The television glowed unnaturally bright. The static appeared to spill out of the television and into the room. I backed into the kitchen. I knew better not to touch whatever that was. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so it's like glue or like flubber. And then almost suddenly it receded. The pens remained, but the chickens were gone. No, the chickens! They're inside the chickens! Well, they weren't exactly gone. They were in the television with it. I knew what was going to happen next. I just didn't know how it was going to happen. Oh, nom 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 nom. Tune into it like it's an apple. Can't lie, as I listened to that thing chew, I felt quite a bit of guilt for those poor chickens, but better than them than me. Yeah, but how far is this going to go? It's red! I see red! You see a handprint come off, all steamy. What is wrong with me?
Bring me more tomorrow.
A sensible person would have gotten off this crazy train. Unfortunately for me, I'm not a sensible man. I agreed to bring it more chickens, but not before asking the most obvious question. What the hell are you? What the flippin' frick are you?
Doesn't matter, Randall.
See you later, Charlotte. Thanks for coming along. Well, it mattered to the chickens, and it definitely matters if you plan on chewing on me. At some point.
Fair enough, Randall. Fair enough. You're safe.
Enough, Randall.
I promise. I wouldn't take anything from you unless you gave it to me willingly.
Ooh, jeez. Whoa, whoa, another 10 gifted memberships. Hang on. Okay, calm down. I mean, I really appreciate the support, but like I feel guilty. Not guilty, but I don't know what I feel. But thank you very much. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that.
I'm just a simple thing, really.
W's in the chat again, guys.
I want what I can't have. The thing that I no longer have. That thing we all take for granted until it's taken from us. Life. And when you're dead, Randall, nothing tastes sweeter.
When you're dead, nothing tastes sweeter.
Dead, Randall. Life. And when you're dead, Randall, nothing tastes sweeter.
I don't know what that means. When you're dead, nothing tastes sweeter. Are they even processing? I'm not sure. It just said that you was gifting 10. You've gifted 20. I hope you're aware of that. I believe you've gifted 20. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's very kind of you. So that was episode 3 there, guys. And it seems this Randall guy fed chickens to the TV and won $1,000 in return, which is pretty freaking cool. You are aware. Okay, good. I feel guilty. I'm not guilty. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But thank you very much. Your support means a lot to me. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. It's giving people an opportunity to see my content early and join the Discord and stuff. You should join the Discord, by the way, guys. It's in the description. I mean, it should be in the description down below. And be sure to link up your Discord with your YouTube account. And then if you're a member, you will have access to exclusive channels where you can talk to me. I pop in there, chill sometimes. And, I give you little updates here and there. Let's go, baby. This is episode 4, and it's called Dead Men Tell Tales. I thought dead men tell no tales. So you were human at one time?
Of course, Randall. What did you think? That I was a demon or something? Yeah, one time I was human. I had a family, wife, 2 kids. I even had this great job at the bank. President of Kate's Crossing Bank and Loan.
He was a president of a bank.
That seems like another person at this point. I was a big deal in Kate's Crossing. John D. Bankston. I was a big shot.
John D.
I had
Bankston.
the best cars, the best house, and the best neighborhood. I belonged to the best clubs and was a member of the town's most important charities. I was on track to be mayor one day. I even married the girl everyone wanted. It was perfect. Or at least I thought so. What I didn't know was that my wife had another life. Drugs, gambling debts. Cheating on me with the neighbor.
Oh dear.
I would have never known if his wife hadn't told me. Seems she stumbled onto them fooling around.
Ads are going to be running in 40 seconds, guys. And if you want to ever avoid ads on this channel, I think you can avoid ads by subscribing. Or is that... I don't think that's a thing, actually, is it? I think you need YouTube Premium for that to be a thing, actually. I'm not sure. Ignore me, guys. But hey, subbing to the channel supports me.
She decided to leave him and thought I should know who I was living with. Of course, I didn't believe it at first. In those days, people weren't all so connected. It was easier to hide our dirty deeds.
Yeah.
So I hired someone to poke around my life. Everything I was scared to be true was true. Truer than the made-up life in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I didn't know this person at all. I confronted her, and she didn't even deny it. She told me I was a fool, and I got what I deserved. Turns out my perfect life was a perfect lie. And everyone in town knew.
Okay.
They just laughed behind my back.
That your wife was a
I was
hoe?
humiliated. I wasn't a big shot. I was a big joke. So I took what
Bro, you still got...
I thought was the easy way out.
Wait, what?
I ate a bullet, Brandon.
You ate a bullet. Why would you do that? They can be easy to digest. Bro, you're like... You've got an amazing job. Again, just divorce the wife, okay? And then maybe in court you can show that your wife is incapable of having half of your money because she's an avid drug user. She abuses loads of substances. And I don't know if you had children. I don't think you had children. But still, like, well, then again, this is why marriage sucks, okay? I mean, this is why the idea of marriage sucks. Like, you should always marry the person you think you're... I mean, that's what marriage is, though. You're meant to marry the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. And sometimes the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, I guess, turns out to be something you didn't think they were. Like, in this case, a freaking drug addict and a whore. I don't know. It's just shambles is what it is. That's why you should get a prenup, guys.
And I've been paying for it ever since. It's different for everyone, but I'll tell you this. How we die is way more important than how we lived. Life is short. Death is much longer.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Matters more.
How are you able to see the future?
Death gives you insight into the future, into things you can't change. Only the living can do that.
Why are you helping me?
Because you can help me, and you remind me of myself. Maybe together we can use each other and make this unfair world a little fairer. At least for you and me. How does that sound, Randall? Can we sacrifice a few chickens for a small chance at happiness? For a chance to win? Don't you want to see your son again? Stop hiding behind painkillers and alcohol.
Just alcohol.
And sing with Crystal. I see how it is. She wins. No judge will give you joint custody of your son. You're a disgrace.
Wow, okay.
But I can change that.
Just to get that knife, ram it right in there. Just twist it around a little bit, you know? It's all good.
We don't have to let her win. We don't have to let her do to you what happened to me.
Okay.
So what do you say, Randall? Can we be friends?
That's another reason why marriage to me, like, it doesn't seem like a good deal. Because your wife could cheat on you and then somehow still get the house and the kids. Like, how does that work? How does that happen? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just, like, seeing all these negative stories online. There are beautiful stories of marriage and love and stuff like that. But the majority of the stories you hear about are stories of betrayal and just complete anguish. But I feel, you know what? There is true love out there, guys. That's just in the US.
That's
True.
really wonderful, Randall. It's been too long since either one of us had a friend. And now for my part. Tomorrow, at 8:34 p.m., go back to the casino in Independence. Bring $5 with you. Play the machine to the right of the one you played today. You'll win $600.
Oh, nice. And once again, I was alone. I know this is a bad idea. I can't trust this thing. But why? But I need the money. That's why Gary won't call me back. He knows I'm broke. Okay. This is oddly homoerotic. Bro, I don't know what's homoerotic about this. I think you need examining. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and ask why you think that. Hal, if he won't take me on as a client, a little money will at least help me get a halfway decent lawyer. I can't let Benny down. I've done that enough. Yeah, I don't know if the members are processing, you know, because it still says new members 11. So I'll see if it updates. But I can definitely see it on the right side here, which is strange. But yeah. I was ready to lay down and die, but here's an opportunity to win. To win against Crystal, to get a piece of my life back. That voice is right about that at least. How can I say no to that? If it gets out of hand, I can always quit. Go find a new place. Lord, show me how to say no to this. But until then, it's just a few chickens. I don't know how to say no to this. But my gosh, you got me helpless. And the body's singing hell yeah. Lord, show me how to say no to this. So in that episode, guys, we learned that the TV used to be a human, and the human used to be a president of a bank. But for some reason, his wife ruined his life. She was a whore. She had a substance abuse problem, and she ran him out of money. I think divorced him, maybe took all that, made him a laughingstock, and he decided to eat a bullet. And by eat a bullet, I think he means shoot himself in the head, is what he did there. So this next one's called Free Money, and it's 6 minutes 48 seconds long. So let's go. I stopped by the library to check out the Voice's story. Everything checked out, every detail. I should feel better about dealing with this thing, but I don't. The scary part is that it probably knows I'm here trying to catch it in a lie. Makes me wonder, me being here, is that part of its plan? I don't know, man. We'll find out. We're gonna bloody find out. Same routine. I bought the chickens, then I went back to the casino. I did exactly as instructed and won $600. Can't lie, a guy could get used to this. Until it starts getting out of hand, guys. This is the problem with addiction and gambling or whatever vice you have. It starts off innocent, and then by the time you know it, you're doing all sorts of weird stuff to get a fix, okay? So keep it, regulate yourself. Moderation is key. Don't go completely balls to the walls and just fry your dopamine receptors, okay? Take it easy out there, guys. I noticed Ralph watching me from the ATM. He looked pretty mad, and if looks could kill, I'd probably be a dead man. Just like I said the other day, screw him. I need it more, much more. He's gonna get himself killed, man. I remember when I was in a casino at New Orleans, right? I felt like I was in danger. Because I won just over $3,000 on a spin, right? Not on a spin. Well, it was one spin, and it just kept going and going. I got up to like $3,000, but then I got taxed down to about 1,700. Like that's because that's tax on top of tax, because it's foreign tax on top of. No, never mind. That's not the point. But there was a guy next to me going, "Oh man, yeah, look at you go, man! You're doing so good, man!" And he's getting closer and closer to me, and he wouldn't leave me alone. I literally gave him $100 just to go away. That's how bad that's how threatened I felt. Should have called security over. But then I knew that if I called security over, he would be waiting outside with a fucking gun, because New Orleans is the murder capital of the US. So there's no way in hell I'm risking that. Okay, I tried Gary again. No reply. I even told him I solved my money problem. Still nothing. So I tried him at work. Apparently Gary is barely in the office these days. His assistant gave me some runaround about a big case or something. Just like yesterday, I left the chickens in their pens and waited. Most people buy these things to lay eggs or keep as pets. I'm feeding mine to my TV. Nope, still sounds crazy, doesn't it? That guy's enjoying that a little bit too much, I think. I'm ashamed to say it, but I didn't feel the same level of guilt over the chickens this time. Free money does that to a guy, I guess. You think you could enjoy this a little less? It does.
Sorry, Randall. But you'll understand when you're dead.
I mean, you're meant to be dead. There's meant to be nothing. There's meant to be like... What? This is like the worst like situation to be put in right now. Like you're telling me that after life you've got to, after death or whatever, you've got to still eat and stuff. Man, get me out of there. That comment doesn't really help our situation, does it? See you later, Nightmare. Thanks for coming along.
That wasn't a threat. I meant that literally.
Yeah, well, how about we keep talk about my mortality to a minimum?
Of course. You were the boss. That hit the spot, Randall. Do you think I could have 10 chickens tomorrow?
Yeah, sure, whatever you want. Is this person like who's buying the chickens from? Like, are they not gonna like? They're pretty finite. Like, I mean, you're gonna be buying people out of chickens, and it's gonna get to the point where there's gonna be no chickens left. Actually, no, I don't know. There's always chickens, I guess.
I like that. Tomorrow, same casino, 5 p.m. Bring $10. Play the machine by the entrance. You'll win 500. But don't leave. We'll have a waffle next door. I hear they're delicious. Go back around 7:30. Play the machine next to the ATM. Put in a 20, and you'll win another 1,000.
Wow.
See you tomorrow, Randall.
Rightio. Just gonna win 1,500 in one go. That's good. I wonder why the static turns red when it eats. I have my ideas, and I'm probably right. I'd rather not ask and just assume. Yuck. Weird. I never would have thought dying would make someone so bloodthirsty. Yeah, it's a little bit strange. I won't lie. I could get used to this. It'll be hard on the chickens, but free money is an easy thing to get used to. Probably a little too easy to get used to. I can't fall into that trap. I need a plan. A good plan for once. Invest wisely. First things first, get back on my feet. Clean up. Maybe find a steady job. Get joint custody of my kid. Yeah, that's a solid plan. That's a plan I can stick to. For Benny. Yeah, for Benny. For the king! Untitled. Okay. I noticed Ralph was at the casino again. Somebody has a problem. Like, you don't either, mate. He's probably thinking you've got a really big problem. Or he's probably seen that you're winning a ridiculous amount of money and he's thinking he's going to rob you or try and kill you. He didn't look any happier to see me than the last 2 nights. Maybe less so. Baz, can you please finish the classified Mario 64 series? Yeah, I could probably do that as a live stream, actually. That'll be interesting. I imagine he's probably tired of seeing me leave a winner while he hangs around the ATM like a loser. Been there, it sucks, but it could be worse. He could be one of the chickens. That's funny there, mate. After I hit the first time, I saw Ralph match for the door. It's hard to see someone on a winning streak when you're in a slump. It's crappy, but it made me chuckle more than it should have. Bro, you're going to get shot dead. And just as promised, I left a 2-time winner. The waffle was as good as the voice said. I might go back this weekend. I bet Benny would love one. I poured myself something from the top shelf tonight. Why not, right? My look has definitely changed. Time to enjoy myself for once. Maybe, you know, just wait until you're actually, like, properly stable, rich. This thing, buying expensive things just because you have money is probably the worst thing you can do. A real wealthy person doesn't wear their wealth or drive around in their wealth, you know what I mean? And if you do, it's going to be in a nice area where there's other rich people there and you don't have to worry about being robbed. Entry, okay, ends before the chickens were sacrificed. Also, there's no tape or disc labeled 062620 in the original collection. I wouldn't have thought much about it, but the beginning of 0620720 strongly suggests that I was missing something. Okay. I'm a murderer. I mean, it was self-defense, but I helped kill that man. Whoa, you definitely missed something out here. What the hell is happening here, Randall? And now I have to do it again. But maybe it's lying. Can I take that chance with my own kid? Well, what? What happened? Of course I can't. I won't. And it knows that. I couldn't keep that tape or floppy in the house. I buried them. I had to. The static turned red when it ate the chickens, but it was different when it had human. Did you kill fucking Ralph? At least now I know why the static turns red. Regardless, it felt like having someone's remains in the house. It didn't feel right, so I had to bury it. That was the least I could do. Or bury the tape? To whomever reads this, if you want to know what happened, go to the 4th column on the south side of the house. I buried the tape and floppy under 2 feet of dirt. The floppy? You buried the floppy? Right. I guess we're going to learn what the heck happened there then. That went from 0 to 100 pretty quickly. I like the format of Vintage 8's videos. They slowly escalate over time and they get better and better, and it's really, really good. Like I said, guys, if you haven't checked out Vintage 8, be sure to check them out in the description down below. I always credit the people that I'm reacting to, and Vintage 8 is a fantastic analog/digital horror content creator. So yeah, go check them out. This one here is called It Tastes Like Chicken. So here we go. Hey, I think I hear the voice that the static is saying. I hear subscribe to Baz and Go punch that like button in the face like a boss. Well, I mean, that would be more Jacksepticeye. But yeah, you should definitely subscribe, guys. Like the video if you haven't already. Like the stream. You know, helps the stream get out there. The videos get out there. Will you watch more of Vintage 8? Yeah, I mean, there's other videos that we haven't checked out, like Itch and I think it was Itch, and there's one about mosquitoes as well. I found 2 tapes and a floppy. Okay, the tapes and floppy were exactly where Randall said they'd be. It didn't take long to notice that they were different than the others. We go then. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. The tapes smelled like a dead body. I cleaned them up as best I could. Honestly, I was surprised the tape still played. My buddy had a hard time getting the documents off the floppy, but thankfully he managed. It tastes like chicken. Tastes like chicken. Bit of chicken and cheese. We're on 183 likes right now, guys. We can get that up to 200 by the end of this video. Then you guys will be amazing. Poor chickens, they're just hanging around like tomorrow's going to be just like it was today. They don't know that in a few short hours they'll be gone. But I guess that's life. None of us really know when the end is coming. True. That is true. Except apparently the dead. Recommend The Swarm. Yeah, I'll give it a shot for sure. We've got a few to watch, in honesty. And just like that, they were gone, lost into the static.
Randall, don't be rude. You should answer the door.
Answer the door? What are you talking about? It's Ralph. Ralph followed him home. I knew it. I knew it would end like this. It didn't answer. I just kept chewing. It just kept chewing. But sure enough, someone eventually knocked on the door. You might want to hold off on the chewing. We don't need to creep anyone out. Lord knows I don't need more problems. It must have agreed because it went silent. Put himself on mute. Got 9 more likes, guys, until 200. Thank you for liking. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys. I glanced out the window, saw a beat-up old truck. What the hell? My first thought was that someone had the wrong address or something. I opened the door. I was surprised to find Ralph staring back. I knew it. I knew it. He threw a punch, cracked me right in the jaw. I hate to say it, but I dropped like a sack of potatoes. We say sack of spuds here in the UK, guys. He pulled a gun, then pointed it right between my eyes. Ralph called me a cheater, demanded every penny I won at the casino. Bro, don't be a sore loser. Come on now. I didn't answer fast enough. He took the back of the gun, hit me across my right arm. That hurt worse than the punch to my face. Once again, he demanded the money. I pointed to my wallet on the kitchen table. He quickly emptied my winnings into his pocket. I think the TV must have known. Like, it planned it in a way where it would have, like, made Ralph jealous. Like, they chose that casino and that machine in general because they knew that by doing that, it would wind up Ralph enough to the point that he would follow Randall back home and take the money so that the TV can then eat him. Big brain. Okay, here we go. He leaned over, placed the gun against my jaw. Ralph wanted to know how I was picking the winning machines. I should have said something else, did something else, but I didn't. I pointed toward the TV. I'm such a coward. You are. You're He walked toward the television greedy to find whatever he thought I was pointing toward. Ralph was careful though. He kept his gun on me. Okay. Ralph asked me what I was pointing at, only I didn't get a chance to answer him. The TV lunged out, didn't it?
He was pointing at me, Ralph.
I'll never forget Ralph's face as he said, "Did the TV just say my name?" That was the last thing he said before the red static flooded the room. Hell no, man. Let's get out of here. When the static retreated back into the TV, all that was left of him was the gun and the money. Oh, das ist nicht gut. 200 likes, thank you guys, I appreciate you. I expected to hear a loud crunch, but what I saw was a lot worse.
What's going on? What the heck just happened to me?
What the frick? What just happened? You killed him! He's already dead.
Don't worry, Randall. He's not quite dead. But he's not exactly alive either.
Bro ate himself.
He's a part of me now. His soul is trapped in me. It gives me power.
Can you let him go?
One day. But not today.
Someone is going to come looking for him. They're going to find his truck. Arrest me. Then how are you going to get fed? You think of that? That's his...
Tonight, 2:40 a.m. Bring the car a mile up the road. You'll come to Hilltop Road on your right. It's a dirt road. Take it. At the end of it, you'll find a lake. Drive to the side near a small tree. That is the deep side of the lake. No one will find the truck for 68 years.
Wow, okay.
Then walk back.
Damn.
Make sure you're off.
That reminds me of the story of like Google Maps finding like weird things, and one of them was that there was a car at the bottom of a lake, and it tied to a missing persons case, and it was said that this guy either killed himself or whatever by driving his car into a lake. But it was crazy because you could see like the satellite imagery. It's weird, you know, it's strange.
Off the road at 3 a.m., 3:28 a.m., and 4:05 a.m. That's when someone driving might notice you. 5 a.m., 3 a.m., back. Make sure you're off the road at 3 a.m., 3:28 a.m., and 4:05 a.m. That's when someone driving might notice you.
Okay.
No one will ever know what happened to poor Ralph.
Damn. So this guy, I mean, I would like a guy like this, not to kill people. Obviously, I'm not saying I'd like to kill people, but just to know the certainty of things. Like that in my head, that always like, say if I do something wrong, or like I feel like it just plays in my head over and over again, and I just feel like guilty about it. Or whatever it is I might have done. And like, it's only when, I don't know, either, well, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, guys. Like, it's just the certainty of knowing that everything's okay. I don't know. Then again, I wouldn't want this actually, because I'd feel like a bad person for having it.
Of course I did, Randall. I told you what I needed. Chickens only work in a pinch. If it helps. Think of Randall as another pinch.
Hang on, what did he say? I'm so stupid, you set this up. You could see it. You knew this would piss him off and he'd come here.
If it helps. Think of Randall as another chicken. Because he sure as hell didn't see me coming.
I'm done. Did you see that coming? No more chickens. No more anything. You probably did see this coming.
I did, and I understand. This isn't for everyone. But you should know, my friend, that Benny is going to die next week. And I'm the only thing that can save him.
Benny? You're lying.
Have I lied yet, Brandon?
How? Tell me.
If you want to know that, then you're going to have to feed me.
Oh, good lord. But you owe me for the sacrifice.
I told you how to dispose of the car. We're even.
I'm not feeding you another person.
Suit yourself. Think about it. I'm not going anywhere. Am I?
That sounds like the start of, I don't know, what's like a freaking Puddle of Mud song. Why is this guy even cooking? There's something that makes me feel weird about this. Like this advert feels liminal to me, like something that I would see in a dream. Free costs too much. At 2:40 a.m. I did as instructed. I disposed of the car and walked back. I ducked into the drainage ditches at the appropriate times, and by 5:25 a.m. I was back on my couch like nothing ever happened, just exhausted. I had the most vivid nightmare. Well, more of a recollection really. I was in my old office living like a king of the world, and I got a phone call. The phone call that ruined my life. The phone call that ruined all of our lives at the Dunnington construction. What, the implosion? What even was that? It was Gary. He heard the news before I did. An accident happened at Kate's Crossing High. The ceiling collapsed. 8 died. Many more were injured. We finished that building no more than 4 months ago. This was a nightmare. Hang on, wasn't this one of the things that the Oracle predicted happening, or like they made happen? I can't remember. I remember they had to make a choice between someone dying or something. Maybe this was what that was. I woke up in a cold sweat. Sometimes your own past is scarier than the best horror movie, but right now I have a very real horror movie that I need to deal with. True, man. But listen, you gotta move forward. You gotta become a better person. I mean, I know that's probably hard to forgive yourself over killing 8 people because of your shoddy work. But you know, you've life goes on, and you've got to learn to forgive yourself, even if other people can't. You need to work on yourself. Okay. I sat around all day drinking, staring at the empty television screen. What in the hell have I got myself into? I killed a man. I'm a murderer. The tape is all that's left of Ralph. I at least need to do the decent thing. Bury him. I'll do that tomorrow. Damn, man. Day drinking. Just day drinking in a vest. Big, like, beer belly like that. Like, belly slightly out. He was turning into a redneck. I thought all day on what to do. And then at the end of the day, it came back. Here we go.
Randall. Why so glum, chum?
Go to hell.
Ouch. Temper, friend.
We're not friends.
Careful. Don't insult the only thing that can save your son.
Okay, I don't know if I believe that. I'm not a killer.
Tell that to Ralph. I'll tell you what. I'll make this a little easier for you. There's a woman who'll be at the downtown lounge in Kate's Crossing. She'll be sitting at the bar alone at 11 p.m. Buy her a Long Island iced tea. Get her talking about her ex-husband. Believe me, she won't shut up about it. After she finishes the first drink, She'll get you to buy her a second.
What is this, an alpha podcast? What the hell? This guy's telling this guy to go hit on a recently divorced woman so that he can slide her into bed? What the hell is this?
Tell her about your situation, Crystal. And by midnight, she'll be putty in your hands.
Oh my god.
And before you say you can't do it, she's a murderer.
What? Oh, you want... Oh, sorry. I thought that he was trying to hook him up with someone. I realize he's just, like, getting him to kill her with the TV. That's crazy.
That ex-husband she's complaining about, she poisoned him.
Wow, okay.
And got away with it.
What if you were the reason that happened? What if this whole thing is like he's going to do the same thing that he's doing now with Randall, but with someone else?
She deserves to be on the menu. But if you think her life is worth more than vengeance, well, I'll leave that up to you, my friend.
Yeah, but she'll be seen, like, eyewitnesses will see her leaving with this guy, right? Okay, that's where this one ends. It's getting darker and darker. I'm telling you guys, like I said, you know, the addiction starts off seemingly innocent, but then it just takes a horrific turn, and all of a sudden you're hanging by your balls from a chandelier, being whipped by I don't know, a gimp. No, like that sounded like I was talking from experience. But you know what I mean. It gets very extreme if you do not regulate and moderate yourself, you know? So this is interesting. So the TV wants Randall to pick up a woman who apparently killed her ex-husband to bring home to sacrifice to the TV. So interesting. Let's see what happens. This next episode is called A Small Change of Heart. Here we go, baby. No, don't say it right. Stopping the brain rot. I'm a murderer. I mean it. It was self-defense, but I helped kill that man, and now I have to do it again. But maybe it's lying. Can I take that chance with my own kid? Of course I can. I won't. And it knows that. Worst of all, it's probably seen how all of this turns out. So what do I do? The only thing I can, I suppose. It said she's a murderer, and I guess that's going to have to be good enough. I failed my son too many times. At least this way I can sacrifice what's left in my soul for him. He deserves that much. I'm going to feed this woman to this creature. God help me. I hope she really does deserve it. I actually went and did a few errands today. Just my luck, I ran into Mike Singer. I could tolerate pretending we were friends when I was with Dunnington, when I needed him, but now I wanted to avoid the man at all costs. Sure enough, he found me, like some annoying bug drawn to a flashlight. He gave me that $2 fake smile women can't seem to get enough of. I can't lie, he's quite a charming person if you don't meet his guts. He could tell I wanted to avoid him. That pissed him off. He made sure to tell me that he was the reason I'm not in prison. I thanked him and reminded him that favor went two ways. We kept each other out of prison because that's what we all did at Dunnington. We saved ourselves. It's been a long time since we were worried about building anything. We were a company of rats, and one thing you can always count on are rats to save themselves. Wow. And as I drive toward the downtown lounge, I can almost hear myself squeaking. Maybe I should stop for some cheese, because here I am, on the way to save myself. Why are you trying to save your son? I went to the bar around 11, just like the voice suggested, and there she was sitting at the bar, alone. She was pretty but sad. I found it hard to believe that this woman killed anyone. For a moment, I thought about going home. Begged the voice to tell me what's going to happen to my son. Well, that's not going to happen, you know? But I know that if it isn't fed, it isn't going to help me. So what do I do? Well, like it said, it's my son or her. I guess the choice was already made. I love how this guy just straight up documented and wrote a diary about him being an accomplice to murdering people. I guess you could maybe write it off as like some kind of fiction, maybe. I've approached a few women at the bar when I was younger. It was never easy, and I never had any luck. I always said something stupid, but this was easy. Wendy was her name. She looked like a Wendy. She was funny, sweet, playful. My gut told me she was a decent person, but my gut has always had garbage instincts. I did as the voice suggested, and within an hour, we were headed back to my home, heading back to it. We talked about old movies and the good old days the whole ride back. I'm surprised she didn't notice how nervous I was. My palms were so damn sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti, oozing through my shirt. God, I had to look suspicious. I was a predator now. What happened at Kate's Crossing High? I could always explain that away. Lie to myself. Just like Ralph. I could still feel like a decent guy that just ended up in a bad situation. After tonight, I won't be able to say that ever again. I got 2 miles from my house when I came to a red light. The last red light before we'd be in front of the television. If it would have been green, I probably would have went through with it. Maybe. But there was something about the way she smiled. It looked innocent, so I turned around. Surely the TV would have saw this coming, right? I told her I was starting to feel a little off and took her for some late night coffee. What is it with Americans and late night coffee? You guys are psychopaths when it comes to that. It's like 10 p.m. and you decide to have a coffee. Do you guys not sleep? That's crazy. We talked about nothing for a few more hours and I brought her to her car. She gave me her number, then went home. She's going to kill you. Then I went home. Unsurprisingly, it was waiting for me. Naughty, naughty.
I am very disappointed in you, Randall.
I bet you are. What are you going to do to me, TV?
A murderer's life for your sons. I hope you can live with that.
I think you're lying. That woman wasn't a killer. But you are.
You killed with your actions, your greed. You took money meant for a high school. You paid off Singer. You paid off inspectors. You were part of the wheel that killed those people.
Damn.
You are every bit as nasty as me, my friend.
Yeah, I was taking, but there should have been enough to do the job. It was other people. They got too greedy. That's not just on me. I wouldn't have sacrificed the project.
Is that what you tell yourself to feel better? I tell you what, Randall. I can get you in touch with any of those parents that lost a child. You tell them what you just told me, and let's see if they agree that you were innocent. If they do, I'll act as your magic 8-ball till the day you die. What do you say?
I couldn't say anything. It was right. God help me, it was right.
I take your silence as you agreeing. No point lying to yourself, Randall. Everything you hate about me are all the qualities you hate about yourself. Your afterlife isn't going to be much different from mine, so you might as well enjoy the ride.
I can change.
But I can see the future, and I already know that you don't.
You thought you were going to get Wendy, but you didn't. You don't see everything. That's true. That's true.
I've been wondering about you, Randall. Something about you doesn't quite make sense, does it?
You're wondering why I'm sitting here listening to you. Yeah, me too.
As much as you say you hate her, you still love Crystal, don't you?
No, yeah, I mean, it's complicated. You know that. She's my wife. She's the mother of my kid. I can't just shut that off even if she has. Damn. It's getting deep now, guys. I could see what it was doing. It was fishing, picking at things. It knew it would hurt me. I tried to find something it could use against me. You just gotta stonewall it.
What if I told you I could help you get her back? You could be a family again.
No, that's not possible.
When you can predict the future, anything is possible.
Anything can happen.
I can get you a job. I can get you her.
No, you are wrong. She filed for a divorce. She's moved on. Why would you want to be with her? She cheated on you, bro. She grinned while doing it.
Why have you never asked me who he was? Who she left you for?
Who was it? Look, right now I need to think about saving my son.
You know what? We're friends. I don't mind giving a freebie to a friend. The guy that Crystal's with is Gary. That's why he hasn't returned your calls.
Oh, I kind of saw that coming. I thought that was I thought that was already...
He's been too busy hooking up with your wife.
It can't be true. No, not like
Why
this.
does it feel like it is?
I've never felt so angry. Never. I did a lot for Gary. I considered him a friend. I helped him make him what he is. How could he do this to me? Oh, and you're gonna go get Gary and sacrifice him?
I tell you what, Randall. Bring him here. I'll take good care of him. You'll feel better, and I'll tell you how to save your son. All you have to do is listen.
Right, okay. Are we coming up on the finale now? Okay, so Randall's wife was cheating on him with Gary, who was the lawyer. That's probably why he won't represent Randall in court, because he's a love interest, or what would the term be called? It's you know when you can't get involved in something because it's a conflict of interest. There we go. So here we go. The voice told me an old friend, Andy Matthews from my Dunnington days, was manager at Kate's Crossing Housing and could get me on. All that I needed to do was call, so I did. Andy said he could use someone like me and asked me to come interview on Monday. I couldn't believe it. Maybe this voice isn't so bad after all. Wait, did we skip? What happened? I spent Sunday prepping for the interview. Prepping as in drinking the day away. I think I got a little ahead of myself and started celebrating a little too early. Bro, you're going to go to an interview reeking of booze and shit. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself? The interview went well. Andy made me feel like an old friend. So fingers crossed, so far, sacrificing Gary has been just the best. Wait, what is the... Has it happened already? What? It's been a few days since I've written, but I have good reasons for that. One, I got the job. Finally, I have an excuse to get up in the morning. I'm going to be an assistant manager at Kate's Crossing Housing. The money isn't what I was making before everything went to hell, but it's a hell of a lot better than nothing. Right now I'm stuck in orientation, but I can see a future here. A decent future. Better than I deserve. Much better. Did I miss a video? I don't know. Andy started as my assistant before I got him into sales. Solid guy. A real closer. We made a lot of money together before he finally moved on to CCH. Lucky bastard. Andy got out of Dunnington a few years before everything fell apart. Okay. I guess that makes me lucky too. Andy's the head guy here. He didn't care about the stink over my head. He gave me a second chance. But to be fair, if Andy stuck around, he'd have had the same stink. It might would even be worse for him. He's a little younger, got more road ahead of him than someone like me. I imagine he realizes that made it a little harder to say no. Screw it, I'll take whatever break I can get. The other reason is that I'm still trying to figure out how to live with myself. What happened to Ralph was an accident. Gary, on the other hand, sure as hell wasn't. I'm confused. Give me a sec. Okay, no, that was 7. That was 7. A small change of heart. Okay. And honestly, it's been a lot easier than I thought it would be. But Gary deserves to be trapped in the static inside that thing. And if anyone cares to know, yeah, I am smiling as I write this. I know it's wrong. God help me, I know it's very wrong. But it feels so damn satisfying. Yeah, we got a time skip. Regardless, Gary has no one to blame but himself. If it wasn't for me, Gary would have been a 2-bit lawyer handling elder law on the poor side of Kate's Crossing. I gave him his shot at the big time. Me. Hal, I taught him how to think like a winner. I showed him how to make money. It's one thing to ignore me, but you don't take another man's woman. You never do that. No, guys, that's a cardinal sin, as they call it. I don't know what that means. He broke the rules, and when you break the rules, you pay the consequences. You're gonna pay the consequences for your actions, little girl. Oh, Shame, thank you for the $19.99 dollars. I appreciate you. Love you, Bazzy boy. Go enjoy Berber and Fry. Thank you very much. I will actually. Sunday I'm going to Nando's. I don't know if you guys in America don't have Nando's, but I hear it's coming over there soon. Potentially. Brilliant. I think the only thing you can compare it to is Chipotle. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Can we get some W's in the chat for Shame? I say good riddance. I'm happy to trade his garbage life for my son's. In my book, that's a win. That's a win everyone can agree on. If you're wondering about Gary's final moments, check near the west side of the tree. The one near the drainage ditch. That's where I left him. Unceremoniously forgotten. My God, he really didn't like Gary, did he? Yeah, it's only coming through that the 10 members that you've given, like, it hasn't updated, so it might not have processed. But don't send any more. It might have just like bugged out or something. But it's telling me that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Mr. Barker stopped by to pick up his rent money. He seemed a little put off to find me digging a hole on his property. Thankfully, he didn't really ask too many questions, because let's be honest, I don't have too many to give. I guess if push came to shove, I could tell him I had a problem with the television and let nature take its course, so to speak. And once again, the tape and floppy were exactly where Randall said they'd be. Oh, jeez. Similar to the tapes and floppies found near the column, I found these in bad shape. They smelled awful, looked worse. I cleaned them up and thankfully they still worked. Let's take out the trash. Let's take out the trash. Let's take out the trash. The voice made it easy. It told me to call Gary and leave a simple message. A message that Gary couldn't resist returning. What was the message? I told Gary that I couldn't live with the guilt of what we did at Dunnington, and that I was going to confess, tell the police about how we stole hundreds of thousands of dollars, cut corners in the build, and the kicker. What was the kicker? I was going to give them names, our names, Singer, Gary, the entire front office, contractors, inspectors, and whoever else I could find in my book of contacts. I even planned to walk them through how we got our subcontractors to take the blame, step by crooked step. Basically, I was going to throw away everything he worked so hard to cover up. Oh dear, this isn't good. Wouldn't you know it, he called me back in less than 10 minutes. That's a record, I think. He pleaded with me, begged me. It was embarrassing, for him. I quite enjoyed it, but I convinced him my mind was made up. I told him to get his affairs in order because we both were going up the river. Well, it would be down the river, actually, wouldn't it? Going up the river is hard. So I guess, yeah, hard times. Maybe that's what that means. That's when he said those magic words.
I love you. I love you, Randall.
Where are you? Don't do anything until we've had a chance to meet face to face. It took a lot not to burst into laughter. And just like that, I caught my fish. The voice instructed that Gary come to the house at 12:18 and be no later than 12:23. And if he was, it said to not let him into the house. The specific time puzzled Gary, but he said it would be no problem. Okay. Okay. After we hung up, I took a small bit of satisfaction in that Crystal would be sleeping alone tonight. And every night after, honestly, I couldn't wait to see his face when I told him I knew. And I'm guessing that he wouldn't have told Crystal where he was going, but still there's phone records of him talking to Randall, so police would be able to look at that and go, you were the last person he talked to, he was coming to see you. What happened? You know? I don't know, man. They wouldn't just get away with this. Gary arrived exactly at 12:18. He looked like a scolded puppy. He was practically teary-eyed. I almost felt bad for him. Who am I kidding? I didn't care one bit. He apologized for not calling me back. I couldn't keep up with all the excuses he threw at me. I kept waiting for a chance to interject, ask him the real question I got him here to answer, but he just kept running his mouth. You can't do this to us, blah blah. We're going to go down for more than negligence. Think about Singer, think about me, my kids, blah blah blah. He actually said blah blah, guys, 5 times. I'll be honest, it just started to blur together. I tried to get him to take a seat, but he kept circling the living room. He stopped just in front of the television. I knew I needed to shut him up before the static gobbled him up. Then finally he shut his mouth long enough for me to get a word out. I told him I wasn't going to the police. He instantly let out a sigh of relief. Then, this is about the divorce, he asked. I could see he was relieved, but I could see the concern, the guilt. I smiled and told him, not exactly. That just made him more confused. Look, he said, I don't think it's wise to associate with anyone from Dunnington. The optics just don't look good for my firm, and representing you just isn't the image I want right now. Sorry. Well, you better represent me, else I'm going to kill you. I am a good guy from Reddit. I told him to cut the crap. I told him that I knew about him and Crystal, but before he could answer, the voice got greedy. I honestly couldn't tell what caught him more off guard, my question or the voice. Here we go, baby!
Time to go, Gary.
Time to go, Gary.
Oh, sorry about this, Gary. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave you now.
I shouted for him to stop, but it was too late. The static flooded out of the television and into the living room in a matter of minutes. Gary was gone. No, not Gary. Jesus, this guy's got a big ass mouth. Wait, do they get dental in death? That guy's got dental. How's the stream going? Yeah, it's going good, man.
No.
Hello,
he
man.
didn't notice, but he was about to leave. You had your moment, so I had to take.
Yeah, I don't think he really had the moment he was looking for was closure on why. He didn't really get an answer as to why, or you know, he didn't get to like do his thing. He was just basically killed. It's like shooting someone in the head.
Mine. Next time you want to accuse someone of sleeping with your wife, I suggest you get right to the point.
The voice was right. I'm bad at getting revenge. True.
It makes you feel any better. Gary is having a bad moment right now. Unfortunately.
Well, what are you doing to him, TV? Eh? What's going on? You freaky little TV.
It's never going to get better.
I hope whoever reads this doesn't think less of me, but I laughed at that one too. Oh my god, he's turned into like a freaking... How do you explain that kind of character trope? Where it's like a nerd, but they're acting like they're untouchable. You know what I mean? You know, like you see people who watch anime try to like cosplay. So not cosplay, like cosplaying is completely fine. I'm talking about the people who try and act like them. And it's like cringe because you're like, you're not that. Stop. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. So what about my son?
July 14th. Crystal will drop Benny off at his daycare. When she picks him up at the end of the day, she will take Thomas Street home. A young man too busy talking on his phone won't be paying attention. It will run right into your wife's car, killing only Benny.
Only Benny?
Check him out early. Go to a movie, and he will be safe. Might I suggest Chicken Run?
Chicken Run? Wait, Chicken Run's a fantastic film. I thanked the voice and was about to leave the living room.
You know, Randall, I'm in such a good mood. I don't mind giving you a freebie. How would you like a job?
Okay, well, Okay, so this next one's got to be, unless that was the end. Was that a good ending? Oh no. This must be the ending. Okay, so in that episode, we learned that at the very start that Randall got a new job, but it felt like a time skip. But turned out that he managed to get Gary into his apartment, who was cheating with his wife, and that's why he wouldn't represent him in court, to get custody of Benny. He gets killed, and then the TV gives him a freebie, and I don't know why. There's got to be something behind this. There's got to be like a reason why he gave him that job, and maybe we'll find out. This last one's called Everything I Know Is Wrong or Worse. Oh, here we go. Today is the day I'm going to save my son. I'm sure I'm going to catch hell from Crystal, but it will be worth it. Besides, it'll be good for us to catch up. I haven't heard from her since Gary relocated. Andy called me just before I left, which surprised me. He didn't seem too bothered. I was taking a personal day. You know, this guy kind of reminds me of a dumb Light Yagami. You know Light Yagami from Death Note? And he kind of is this, like, he turns into this villain towards the end. Randall is kind of reminding me of that, but he's not as smart as Light Yagami. Wait, what does he say about... he didn't seem too bothered I was taking a personal day. But he didn't want to chat about work. He wanted to talk about Gary. Seems the big-time lawyer has been missing for a few days and no one knows anything. It was like he disappeared. Imagine that. you know what we need to add this, because I feel like this is literally what we need to add. This, here we go.
No, I can't laugh yet. I've got to hold it in. They're all gonna die.
This is literally Randall. This is Randall, like in a nutshell. I feigned concern, but really I was recollecting about how I disposed of Gary's car in much the same way I made Ralph's truck disappear. Honestly, most of the conversation went in one ear and out the other. I just didn't care. I know exactly where poor Gary is. I feel like the TV is going to kind of like... Because he feels safe under the presumption that the TV is telling him how to get away with stuff. But I feel like at this point, maybe he's not telling him everything and he's going to get caught or something. Fact is, a lot of people disappear in Kate's Crossing. It's just one of those things you get used to if you're not going to call this place home. Yeah, there's a lot of people going missing. There's a freaking virus. There's a AI gone loose. I was about to get off the phone, but he mentioned something that stopped me cold. Andy said that Gary was the second person he knew to disappear recently. Again, in the Crossing, that's not really all that special. But when he asked me if I knew a Ralph Gonzalez, well, that just hit a little too close to home. Why would I know him? What are you talking about? It had to be a coincidence. Had to be. There have to be thousands of people named Ralph in Kate's Crossing. Really? Thousands of people called Ralph? How big is Kate's Crossing? Let's say like a town has like 40, I don't know, 20,000 people in it or something. You're telling me that like 3/20ths of those are called Ralph? Andy explained to me that Ralph was a sub for Kate's Crossing housing, but before that he worked for Dunnington Construction, and wouldn't you know it, he was part of the food chain, the one I sat at the top of. Oh dear. Okay, so he's getting rid of people. Oh god, it's making him look like he's getting rid of evidence or something. This Ralph and my Ralph can't be the same person though. It can't be. Surely you would know. You worked with this guy, but what if he is? I will have to ask the voice about this later, after I save my son. I'm an idiot. A damn idiot. I should say every bad thing that's ever happened to me. I did just as the voice instructed. I checked Benny out of school, and then we went to see Chicken Run. Oh god. Of course, I had myself off for the movie. When I turned it on, it went off like a slot machine. There were dozens of missed calls and messages, all from Crystal. She called me every name under the sun. God help me, I loved making her squirm. That little bit of misery seemed justified in my opinion. But maybe I'm a little biased. This guy is such a freaking... He's an incel. This guy's an incel. I took Benny to the Burger Shack. This guy definitely has an alpha male podcast where he brings on a load of OnlyFans girls and just berates them for making like their life decisions. While we waited for our food, I called her. She was furious. I let her scream and holler. The madder she got, the bigger my smile got. No, I can't laugh. Not yet. When she finally cooled off enough for me to get a word in, I dropped my bombshell. I told her I heard Gary was missing. She immediately replied with, "Who?" Oh no. Oh god, you are kidding me. He's killed a random person. Oh god. I of course was not falling for that bit of theatrics. I insisted she had to remember Gary from Dunnington Construction. But she said she didn't. Now I was getting angry. Again, I took the voice's advice. I stopped beating around the bush, so to speak. I told her I knew she was sleeping with Gary. Gary. Oh god, you guys can't see. Sorry. I'm sorry. You can see now. That's when I heard that laugh. That laugh only Crystal could do. I didn't need to hear her say it to know that I was wrong. She wasn't sleeping with Gary. She told me it was Mike Singer. She was right. It did hurt. It was Mike Singer. Sorry guys, I didn't realize how long I was on full screen for there. I apologize. Mike Singer was the guy he saw in the store, right? But before I could say another word, I heard a terrible screech, then nothing. I later found out that Crystal was in an accident. She died on the scene. Oh my god. So he killed an innocent person and killed his ex-wife in one swoop. Nothing hurts a man worse than realizing he let himself be tricked. But why? Why would it do this to me? And now I was sure the Ralph Andy spoke of and the one in the static was the same person. Oh god. I definitely needed to have a conversation with the voice and maybe cut our friendship short. Right. So this... You good? Right, this has got to be the last. No, is there one more after this one? I don't know. We shall see. But this one's called Made You Look. So we're learning that the TV has its own agenda right now. The people that Randall killed were basically connected to his construction company. Gary wasn't actually seeing his wife. I don't know why he's doing all this. He's setting him up. I don't know. Maybe to see anguish or something like that. I'm not sure. Let's see. Here we go, baby. I'm thirsty, man. Need to get some water. Some water. It's been a little while since I've written. Really hasn't been a need. Life's been pretty good. Yeah, there's a bump here and there, but okay. Benny's adjusting as well as expected. I hear him crying some nights for his mum, but it has gotten less and less. I can say whatever I want about Crystal, but she was a good mum. She was a good mummy. Once the old house sells, I'm going to get us another place. Hopefully by Christmas, we'll be somewhere else. I have too many bad memories in this place. There's no way I can be comfortable here. So I'm thinking somewhere outside of Kate's Crossing. I don't mind commuting a little further to work. It's taken some convincing, but I got us a new television. It probably wouldn't surprise anyone, but I wasn't too keen on getting a new one. However, Benny usually gets what he wants. Regardless, I'll keep it in my room at night. Better safe than sorry. School shopping. Benny is excited to be going to a public school. Good thing because I can't afford private. Maybe if I land that promotion, my situation might change, but I don't think I've put the time in with the company. We'll see, I guess. So what was this television's agenda? A month has passed and nothing. I think the voice was attached to the old television. I doubt that thing could keep quiet this long. I started seeing another woman. Celeste is her name. That's a nice name, Celeste. To be fair, it kind of sounds like a stripper's name, doesn't it, actually? Celeste. Or like a Greek goddess. I think that is a Greek goddess, actually, Celeste. I'm not sure. She's good people. Well, she's schizophrenic. Another single parent trying to make it. Our kids get along, and I like the way she treats Benny. Happy Thanksgiving. Celeste and I cooked while Chris and Benny threw the football. It was a nice day. I can't remember the last time I had a day like this. It always gets better, guys. It always gets better. Remember that. Merry Christmas. The house still hasn't sold, but I didn't let that spoil my holiday. We opened presents, ate fried chicken, and watched old Christmas movies on our new VHS. Bro, I love doing that at Christmas. Watching Shrek and The Grinch one year was... I'll always remember that. Watching Shrek at 7 a.m. in the morning, and then I think we watched The Grinch right after. God, good times. I think Celeste might be the real deal. She might be the right one for me. It's hard to believe I'm happy. I got away with doing a lot of bad things. It doesn't seem fair, but maybe that's the point. Life isn't fair. It's not about what we deserve, but we get for ourselves. Okay. I know I'll meet the voice again in the next life. I imagine it'll be waiting for me on the other side, ready to settle old debts. Fair enough. I deserve it, but I'll push that day off as long as possible. I thought about looking up the name of his son and him, but what good would it do? That's the past, and I'd much rather continue to focus on the present. His son? Who is his son? Happy New Year. Andy has informed me I am getting promoted after all. Big raise, more benefits. If I can just sell the old house, I'll have my old life back. I guess it does just take a little hard work. How? Yeah, brother. He did it. He turned it round. He made it. The house sold, finally. Benny and I are out of here. I'm looking at a place in... This is going way too well. You know what I mean? You know when things are just going a little bit... Maybe this is just my pessimism or my negative outlook on life or just a realistic approach on life. But when things go too well, it's okay, what's the deal here? What's going to happen to me right now? Here we go. I'm looking for a new place in Springfield or Livingston, maybe even St. Tammany. Wherever it is, it won't be in the Crossing. I went to bed very happy that night. I woke up. I heard something familiar. I looked at the time. It was midnight. My blood ran cold. The sound was coming from Benny's room. Oh no. He was watching TV in his room. Bro, why did you... Hang on. Was this the old TV or the new TV? I begged him to let Benny go.
My poor Randall. I'm sure you know that's not possible. Every moment was designed by me to get both of you here. Ralph, Gary, your wife, even your job was all part of the plan.
Hang on a second. Hang on a second. No, he gave him his name, right? So surely he would have searched up his name. But I'm guessing that somehow Randall messed up this guy's life, causing him to kill himself. Hang on. What if the implosion at the school, or the whatever it was, the collapsing of the roof, had this man's son in there? Let's see.
I only waited so long because I wanted you to think you were going to get everything you lost. But instead, Randall, you are going to get everything you deserve.
No, 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 damn it! But why him? He was innocent. He didn't deserve this.
Because this is what's fair, Randall. That's what it's always been about.
Please give him back. I'll do anything. Just don't make him pay for my sins.
There's nothing you can do for him except join him.
Join him? He's right. I can't let Benny be alone in there. I have to go to him. This is my last entry. I've left these tapes and floppies behind for anyone that might come looking for me. Celeste, Andy, anyone, please just forget about me. You don't want this thing in your life. I can't help but wonder what hell I'll find myself. I imagine Gary and Ralph will be excited to see me in the static. What the f... There are no more entries. As far as I can tell, no one came looking for Randall. He and Benny became just another missing persons case in Kate's Crossing. But as creepy as these entries are, they are not why I urge caution when viewing these videos. Why? This is an info hazard. This is an info hazard, I just realised. And we're screwed now. We're dead. We're going to get eaten by the static. It's what I found at the end.
Hello, Paul. I knew you'd find these tapes eventually. You'll make it possible for others to see. Thank you for that. I have something I'd like to say to all those watching. To all those who will be watching. I can help you see the future. Just go to your television, speak to the static, ask me for help. I may come to you if you're willing to pay the price.
I'm sorry I shared these with you. I'm destroying the originals. I suggest you ignore the copies. You could have said that at the very start, man. Why are you even uploading this one? You could have deleted the videos. Okay, fantastic. So the whole of this, because if you think about it, this person knew about what the future will hold. He knew how everything was going to plan out, and he knew that these tapes would be found by a person who would be able to upload the whole thing to YouTube. I mean, luckily for me, I don't have like, I don't have static on my television. I don't know if you guys do. I just have like no signal, and it's different to static. I think static was an old analog thing, maybe. I don't know. I don't really see it around anymore, but so I don't have to worry. It's all good. You know, I don't watch live TV or anything like that, so all is well. But that was a fantastic series, guys. That was really well. Like, I find a lot of these series written by Vintage 8, they're all connecting to each other. All these stories are connected, or like interwebbing, whatever it's called, in very unique ways. And the stories, the individual stories, are definitely worth watching and listening to if you haven't already, because they're all like really well thought out, and like all the story is brilliant, really. Like I said at the start of the stream, guys, if you haven't checked out Vintage 8, go check them out. They're in the description down below. Go subscribe. I highly suggest you go watch a series for yourself. I recommend the Tangi Virus, the Oracle Project, the Children Under the House. There are a few that I haven't watched by Vintage 8 that we'll probably cover on future live streams, maybe, alongside maybe other analog horrors. We'll see. But if you guys want to suggest stuff to me for the live streams and stuff, consider becoming a member today. It should be a join button down there, or to the side here, or wherever it is. Because you guys can recommend. There's literally Discord channels. Recommend like one Discord channel where you can recommend me what to do, what you want to see me do, react to, play games, etc. And I also go in like different channels, these exclusive channels, and speak to you guys, and why not necessarily get to know you, but just keep you up to date with things and just talk to you for a little bit. But you'd also be supporting the channel, and I highly recommend, if you're just watching this and liking the video and sharing it and subscribing, I'll always be grateful for you guys. Thank you very much for. I mean, it's only come up that I've got 11 new members this stream, even though you gifted 20. I'm not sure if that's a bug on my side. It probably is on my side, so I'll have a look at that afterwards. But thank you so much for those gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. And thank you for the $20 as well, if you're still in here. You guys, yeah, you really showing me some support, and I'll always be grateful for you guys. And yeah, it means the world to me. So thank you very much. But guys, tune in next week. If you want to see me live stream every other day, I'm on Twitch. Go check out Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Baz with 4 Zs. I usually play like Rainbow Six Siege. I've been playing Elden Ring as well. I might do Shadow of the Erd Tree over on Twitch. You guys can come check that out for yourselves. But yeah, thank you for coming along. I do appreciate you all. And I'll see you guys in the next stream. Take care, everybody.